Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Hollow Knight. In the last part we got further into Deep Nest. It became clear exactly which direction we have to go to make further progress. So let's head back there now. So, over to the left is where we fought Galeon, but we can also continue down. Yeah, there's a Georock there that's not easy to get to. It does not open with Shade Soul. And I'm not quite sure. Okay, the hazard respawn put me a long way above it. Whoops. Can I get it with a Great Slash, I wonder? Well, the game automatically made me face the other way. I don't think I can. Okay, but just a dash from the wall gets onto it without hitting the spikes. And this is our target room and the way forward. But first... Okay, this might be another of those things that's open from the other side. I'm not sure. So more spiked passages, so it's possible to approach this room from the right and have to traverse that gauntlet. We've been spared that, so I won't go back through it, but now we're... Now we're facing off against one of the nastiest creatures, so it's invulnerable until it opens up. Unless you can get above it. We've gone to the Life Seed entry for some reason, but that was... These are grouped by area, that's why I know it will be way down here. Stalking Devout. Worshippers of Hera the Beast. And Nosk, the boss we fought last time, mimics the shape of other creatures to lure prey to its lair. Charming, both of them. Further over here, we have a bit of a platforming gauntlet. I could show what's down, but it's just another Stalking Devout. Can I get this with a Great Slash? No, you have to get that from next to it. Oops. Let's just go past that Devout. Oh! Deep Nest. So here's a way up, and if I take that and then continue to the right, slip down here for a bit of geo, and to get past that Devout. And that gets us to the other side of that grub. Here's another Devout. course, spells are particularly good against them. We have found the Weaver's Den. A little bit of platforming there to get a rancid egg. Ooh, managed to save that. I wasn't sure that was even possible. I think it is possible to shortcut up here by clinging onto this wall and... Yep, it's very precise, but it can be done. That is the Weaver Song charm. There's nothing to show over to the right, just the other way. To get there, but... You have to do this a few times, or if I got enough soul I could open it with a spell. Ah, I didn't even manage to get hit that time. There isn't much there, but I do want to show it, so... Okay, got one more hit. Enough. There's a spider clinging up the wall over here. I'll use him to get soul. There we go. And you know what, let's just go up this way. Okay, now the passage has been opened. Of course, I land in the spikes. It's just a geo-chest. Although, that's pretty significant in randomizer because it can be anything. On our way out, a spider runs away from us. And, yeah, the Weaver Song charm. So, summons Weaverlings to give the Lonely Bearer some companionship and protection. I would like to show that off, but... don't think I'll be at a bench for a while. Oh, I'm being so clumsy, I'm losing more health than I'm able to gain. And yet, they do 2 damage. So the way to defeat them is wait for them to open up. Eventually you can take them down, but it is nerve-wracking. And yes, one last joke, there's a whispering root in here. I am not doing that one. Also, as you might tell from the knight having his little lantern out, all of these are dark rooms, so if we didn't have the lantern, there would be nothing to see here. Yep, there's another floor there that just opened into spikes. And a dead end that is just another breakable floor. More spikes to avoid, and then we've actually got somewhere. This is Distant Village. Very creepy place. Corpses all trussed up. Are they corpses? There is a stag station. So we could get out of Deep Nest now if we wanted, but We're right on top of where the dreamer is. It must be in this house. Oh, greetings. You are very tired. Sit and rest. We're friends. Welcome. Sit and rest. Please sit and rest. It is warm and safe. Sit and rest. Welcome. You need rest. Sit and rest. I mean, obviously it's a trap. I don't need to tell you that. So I'm going to fall into the trap to show what happens, but first I want to show that you can avoid it by taking this secret passage in the ceiling. Which leads to a bench, and I could have continued up, but rather than do that, let's show this. Oh dear, I do seem to be stuck. And they're closing in. That sounds ominous. Now we're tied up now. But a little bit of wriggling and you can break free. So this is Beast's Den. Little shiny down there that I would like. How obliging of the floor to open up for us. Hallownest seal. Yeah, floor will be opening all over the place down here. This one just leads to some georots. Here's the way forward, I think. Past another devout, though. Okay, I thought I could maybe just kill it before it had the chance to hit me, and I was right. So I'll be a bit more sparing with my soul as I come through here. It's good to save it for the devouts. Okay, so that completed a loop. Those were not really two distinct ways. Oh, careful. One more rancid egg for the collection. And continuing up here. By the way, I probably don't need to say this, you've probably already observed, but there is no map for interior areas like this. There's that grub. That's one reason for getting trapped and coming through here the long way. Eight nail hits with my current nail to kill one of them. This is what we came for. A sleeping figure atop the stone plinth, lying in state surrounded by candles. We have to do the same with her as we did with all the others. And that's it. That's 3 out of 3. So, after defeating her, you can come down here. There was a junction there, and if I'd gone left, I would have landed at the same bench as earlier. Or you can drop down, and something unfortunate happened to all of them while we were tied up. But that, I think, honestly, that's one of the mysteries that I have absolutely no explanation for. But that is 3 out of 3, and we have enough time left in this episode. I think I'm just going to show the first ending to the game. Why not? There's a lot more to do in the game, and I'm definitely going to be continuing afterwards. I hope you aren't too disappointed by our little town, traveller. It was now a solemn place once we were much more welcoming. Entry to the kingdom was forbidden long ago, supposedly after some great calamity. Many gates were closed, but our old well remains as a way to creep back in. Over the years, all kinds used the well to wriggle into the ruins. Wanderers, thieves, adventurers. Funny how few ever come back up. Perhaps they find what they're looking for. I'm not so naive. No doubt they've all been gobbled up. There are countless dangers in those depths. Interesting, I didn't know about that dialogue line. I'm not entirely sure exactly what triggers it. So since I'm here, let's just see what Sly has to sell. Yes, so he is selling some more charms, and this will give me enough to get the next charm notch from Salubra next time I'm there. So he's also selling a mask shard and a vessel fragment. And another simple key. I'm going to get this. I have an idea for... Well, I know the other places to use them. There are only 4 simple keys in the game and 4 places. We've opened 2 of them already. Anyway, Dirtmouth is the closest stop to the Black Egg Temple. So, just pop along here. And we can now go inside. So it might seem that we've allowed the infection to spread. There was something in here that was keeping it contained, and we've broken all the seals, but... Why have we done that? For a good purpose or a bad one? Well, we'll soon find out. Vessel, though bound, you shall know the state of the world. Hallownest will be whole again. And yeah, that lets you view completion percentage, which is 68%. Pretty good. There is a lot more to do in this game, and I am going to continue this video series, do as much of it as I feel like doing, which will, you know, I'm really enjoying this. Even if no one watches, I am really enjoying this replay, so I will probably go all the way to 100%. This is the Hollow Knight. We saw the statue of him up in the City of Tears. And now we are finally setting him free. Of course that results in a boss fight. So I'm going to try to explain this, but a lot is going to be happening, and I am going to have to pay attention to the fight as well, so... He's pretty slow, so... Ah. He's also quite vulnerable to attack from the air, so getting above him and pogoing can be a pretty good strategy. Also knowing how far each of his attacks goes. When he does those ground pillars, those do 2 damage. And that scream means he's going into a new phase and gains some new attacks, one of which is this very annoying... when he holds the blade in front of him like he did just then, like that, he's going to retaliate if you attack him then, so don't. If you notice in time. Like most bosses in the game, he staggers every now and then, which is a good chance to heal. Yeah, be really careful of the ground pillars. This is not an easy fight, and I may be a little... Well, I'm not sure whether this counts as under strength, but you can do much more of the game before coming here at all and get more strength, more abilities. But you can also fight him much sooner as well. If you want to do a speedrun, you can get here with even less than I have now, so... I have tried to learn this fight with lower equipment. I'm just very out of practice right now. So in the 3rd phase, he sometimes hurts himself, and that gives you more of a window to heal. Like that. Ah! I attacked him when he was in parry stance. I should not. Not easy to attack him in this phase. Just try to avoid the eggs. I was very lucky to get those heals in. Okay, phase 4. So it's really interesting because not many bosses in computer games do this, but he gets weaker as the fight progresses. So he now loses many of his attacks. He's really slow moving, and yeah, when you reach phase 4, you've basically won. Poor guy. Same as the Dreamers, you have to focus to end the fight. We're actually drawing all that infection inside ourselves, so ultimately we are taking his place as the vessel for the infection. That is one way to end the game. It's not the best ending. We get all sealed up in there, and hopefully that can keep the infection contained a bit longer. Not sure if Hallownest will go on. It does seem that everyone's pretty much dead. So... yeah. Thank you, Team Cherry. It is an excellent game, and I'm looking forward to continuing and trying to get a better ending. I like that final message. Seven and a half hours. It can be done a lot faster than that, of course, but I was taking my time showing off a lot of the odd corners around the game, and of course, talking about it as I was going through it did slow things down a bit. But here we are, back on the main menu. Definitely ending the episode now, but next time we will see what more there is to see in the world of Hallownest and try to work out how we can progress towards a better ending. I'm looking forward to the journey ahead, so thank you for watching and see you next time.